Thank you. I don't know how you top Dennis Canavan, so I'm going to try. First of all, I'd like to thank all the event organisers and all the volunteers for doing such a fantastic job, really making this a fantastic spectacle. Then I'd also like to thank each and every one of you for coming. You know, we're here from different political parties, different organisations, and proud Scots standing in our nation's capital, showing the world how important this campaign really is for us. I think today we can stand here and say that the Yes campaign has officially begun. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Labour Voters for Independence, you're probably wondering why a Labour Party member is standing on stage here right now at an independence rally. Well, if it's any consolation, I think Joanne Lamont's wondering the exact same thing. I've always been a Labour supporter. I was brought up as a Labour supporter in a Labour family. I was 8 years old, handing out flyers in the '92 election at the polling stations and sharing my dad's grief at 5 more years of the Tories. I also remember in 1997 having such high hopes. And although some good things were done, the 13 years of a Labour government was met with regular disappointment. I started the Labour for Independence campaign on the Facebook and the website because every time I approached a Labour politician or a higher up about supporting independence, I was told to vote for the SNP. I wanted to see if I was alone, if I was the only one who felt like this. But the support that we've received has shown that I am not alone, that there is many more like us, that we are just the unheard and ignored voices of the Labour Party. As our support has grown, I've also had the great pleasure to meet people who used to vote for Labour, but don't anymore. And they do so for 2 reasons. One is independence. The other is because they feel let down and betrayed by a party who no longer represents them or the people of Scotland. Well, we are here today to say to them that they did not abandon Scottish Labour Party. Scottish Labour Party has abandoned them. And if Joanne Lamont really believes that the way to win these voters back is to jump into the bed with the Tories, then she doesn't know the Scottish people at all. So we have 2 choices. As a Labour member, I have a choice. If I don't like the way the party is going, I can leave it and join another one. Or I can stick around and fight for the true principles of a real Scottish Labour Party. It's the same as Scotland. If you don't like that we're part of the Union, you can leave. You can leave the country. Or you can do what each and every one of us are doing today, picking up the baton and fighting for our right to be an independent country. My party and my country share similar problems, but we also have the same solution. You see, independence isn't about getting away from the English or being an oppressed country fighting for our freedom. It's about being in charge of our own lives, our own economy, controlling our own destiny. It's about giving the decisions affecting us being decided by the people who care most about our country, all of us. You see, independence is about allowing teachers to teach and not worry about their jobs. It's about allowing doctors to treat patients without having to be stock takers or accountants. It's about giving hard-working individuals the support to feed their families. And it's about giving those who really need a help up that support that they need. It's to help our children grow up confident, thoughtful individuals and giving them the opportunity to live in a more tolerant, fairer society. These are the principles of a socially just, independent Scotland, and they're the principles of a real Scottish Labour Party. Now, in this campaign over the next 2 years, the Unionist supporters are going to ask us one question. Why? Why should we break away from a 300-year union? Why should we risk our stability and take a chance? Well, with the UK in a double-dip recession, unemployment rising, living costs rising, well, wages stay the same, more families struggling to make ends meet, and 1 in 5 Scottish children living in poverty. My question to them is, why not? We need to give the people of Scotland a positive message on independence, how it would be better for them, how it will affect their lives, their families, and the future for the better. We also need to frame the question better. For too long now, the argument has been about comparing Scotland now as to how Scotland would be now as an independent country. It shouldn't be about that. We should be looking to how Scotland will be in 5, 10, 50 years from now. For too long now, Scotland has looked to the past, to Bell, to Fleming, Watt and Livingston, as how great Scotland used to be. We should remember these great Scots, not for our past glories, but for how great Scotland can become again. We need to embolden their memory as a reminder of the spirit, ingenuity and adventure of the people of Scotland, and how we can use these traits to realise our full potential, to realise our dreams of a Scotland we want, a country where no problem is too great and anything is possible. We have an opportunity that our grandfathers and great-grandfathers could only dream about. For the first time in over 300 years, we have the chance to create an independent Scotland. The people of Scotland will decide. Not the lords, not the nobles, not the politicians, but you, each and every one of you, controlling Scotland's destiny. We are all dreamers, creating the next world, the next beautiful world for ourselves and for our children. Well, it's time for our dreams to be realised. It's time for us to stand up as one nation, with one voice, uttering one discernible word, yes! Thank you very much.